take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the defending NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, taking on the New York Jets. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. On the return from his end zone, Malik Taylor. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now a late signee let go by Minnesota in June. It's Dalvin Cook. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. When you talk about this Jets defense, they've certainly had their struggles against the run at the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
The numbers are definitely not in their favor, but every time I click on the film and watch them, I see stretches where they play against the run really well. Their biggest problem, when they give up those explosive runs, those 30, 40, 50-yard runs, that'll really mess up your averages.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Quez Watkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taylor now from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is in his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
In motion left, Hardman.
Hey, 88.
Throwing is Rodgers. Flush to his right. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. The Jets at 2-3 here to begin the new season. They've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall...
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. A good chunk of those yards came after contact, and that's an area where he's really starting to excel as a running back.
It felt like he was doing a drill that running backs have to perform all the time, especially in pads, called a gauntlet drill. 2 guys, people, these 2 rows, you have to go right through the middle of them and make sure you take care of the football and knock people aside. He's performing the drill on that run. How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early, but they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
In motion left, Hardman.
Get 300. Get 300.
Rodgers will try again on second down. Flushed out right. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. On the return, it's Taylor from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
You look at this Eagle defense. They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but pretty nice effort.
Yeah, he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. On the sneak, Rodgers. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Credit there goes to those guys up front.
Certainly does, but we're also seeing how quarterbacks are doing it nowadays on the sneak. When I played high school ball, my coach John Ford used to say, just get down behind those guys and pick up the first down. Now these guys might hesitate a count, use their vision in their eyes, and find the crease and dive for it that way.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Again, it's Cook. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down.
Touchdown, Jets. Mecole Hardman, 50 yards. And the Jets are back within a score. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
First throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift, 30 yards. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taylor now from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Setting up the screen for Cook. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. On 4th down, here's the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt for the Jets. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. A 57-yard punt, 11 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
On 2nd down, Swift. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try it now with Swift. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They go play action with Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 25-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
63.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Here's Swift. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
73. 73.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown. But I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. From the 5, third and goal. It'll be Hurts on the option. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. On the return, it's Taylor from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp. and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Rodgers going to throw. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. 2nd down, here's Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This fielded right at the goal line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. 3rd quarter starts with a run from Swift. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2nd down and 3. Hurts sets up to throw it. Going deep here for Watkins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Hey, let's go.
Hurts. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that is exactly what you needed defensively. It's a long road back from here. But that's a good start to the 2nd half as they force a punting situation and a 4th down.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. On play action, Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Darius Slay with a pick. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. They'll start with the option, and holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there, a 22.
Go Silver, ready?
Throwing is Hurts. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown with an amazing diving catch. And the Eagles have opened the lead up to 30. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taylor now from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Taken in at the 22. It's a 54-yard punt with a return of 11. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored.
There he goes, right side. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. On the return, it's Taylor from his end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
I'm starting to get the sense throughout the league that more of the special teams coordinators give their guys the green light to bring the ball out because everyone wants big plays to happen. I don't know if that philosophy will hold after that error there, turn it over that deep in their own territory.
Do guys go rogue there a lot based on feeling?
I think a lot of them just sense that they can make a play and make a huge one to help their team. And they have to have that athletic arrogance about themselves. And every now and then, though, it'll cost them. And that's what we just saw there.
They run the option on 2nd down. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Eagles get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Taylor now from the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 131 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
He finds his man complete. And the ball is knocked out. Touchdown, Eagles.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. On the return, it's Taylor from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. Second and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down. They run it again with Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, Cook. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Easy.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Back north.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Catch is made by Hardman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Third down, here's a run by Cook. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now Rodgers, got to have this one. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Dalvin Cook, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Zuerlein connects on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 32 yards as we inch our way to the 2-minute warning. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. A run for the former Seahawk. It's Rashad Penny. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On the option left, it's Hurts. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. It'll be a gain of 5 at its 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Philadelphia, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.